I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to pause the video and I accidentally turned it off. Um, my daughter came home and I was trying to pause it. I don't know why I can't ever remember which button to push. So naturally, I lost my train of thought as to what I was saying a few minutes ago. But I know I was talking about the difficulty of being mobile and things like that, and I was just talking about just being nervous about how things are now, and somehow something has shifted, and I'm hoping that it's getting close to the time. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if, women with cryptic pregnancies go into labor. I don't know if our water breaks. I don't know. I don't know what to expect because, our pregnancies aren't acknowledged by doctors. So the next thing I do want to do before I go back to see my gynecologist is I want to get a video of the baby's heartbeat and show it to her, because the last conversation we had, she was just like, well, if I can get a heartbeat, then it's a viable pregnancy. And she did get a heartbeat the last time, but of course she said it was my heartbeat. So, okay, whatever. I wasn't even tripping because I already know. And I mean, that's not to say that it wasn't, but I don't believe that it was, because I can find every time I go to the same place, that's where the baby is, and I get the baby's heartbeat the same place every time. But again, I don't know. That's not a big deal to me. It is what it is. So yeah, guys, so that's where I am now. When you have to have somebody help you with everything. And like tonight, I usually have, dinner, ready. I try to cook dinner for my family and stuff, but my daughter has to do most of the cooking now because I can't do it. I can't stand up long enough to do it because I'm in too much pain. Oh, and I just wanted to talk about this one other quick thing. I just want to ask your opinion to some of the CP moms. I don't know if you all are experiencing this or if it's me. I don't know, but I have these episodes where I can't breathe. Like, it's different than not being able to breathe because I'm walking and I'm out of breath. But like, let's say if I'm laying in the bed and I'm just laying on one on either side and I'm just resting, every maybe 5 or 6 seconds, I'm finding myself having to gasp for air, like I'm not getting enough oxygen. And I'm like, and then my breathing stabilizes. But as soon as I try to close my eyes or go to sleep, it's like it wakes me out of my sleep because I'm not catching my breath. And it happened last night. I have these episodes where I'm literally up all night from the time I try to go to sleep, 10, 11 o'clock at night, till it's time for me to get up the next morning at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm having these episodes of shortness of breath. And it doesn't happen every night. It doesn't happen all the time. But I notice that it happens when the babies are in my back. And I don't know if something is compressing on my lungs or what. And I also have like this rattling or wheezing in my chest. It almost sounds like a cat meowing in my chest. And whenever I inhale and exhale, you can hear like this really loud rattling in my chest or whistling in my chest. And I don't know what that is. And that's been happening for quite some time. And that's another reason why I made my appointment with the cardiologist, because I don't know what that is. I've never had asthma or anything like that before. So I'm wondering, I hope it's not like a blood clot. Like, I don't know. I'm just a little nervous about all of the things that's happening, especially with the swelling in my feet and my ankles. Like, I can sit down, like I'm sitting at my table now, and of course my feet are on the floor, but I can feel as I'm talking my feet swelling. Like, I can feel them expanding. And even sometimes when I get off my feet and I prop them up, it takes a long time for them to deflate, I guess. I don't know. But that's just where I am right now. It's a lot. I'm going through a lot. Like I said, and the reason why I can't drive as much now. It's because I get really sleepy when I drive. I think I told y'all that before though. Like I can't drive for a long period of time before my body just kind of starts to just kind of shut down a little bit, and getting in and out of my vehicle is too much. And like I said, the heaviness, and because I weigh something, because I'm so heavy now, the walking is just too much. It's not even my knees. I mean, my knees do hurt, but it's more the weight of the babies more than anything else. So if any of my CP moms, if you guys are going through any of this, let me know and tell me like what you've done to kind of resolve the issue or what it could be. I really don't know, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. Not being able to breathe is no joke. And I don't know if people, because I've heard people with sleep apnea stop breathing in their sleep, but I don't even get to the point where I'm sleeping. Like I don't even sleep because the shortness of breath won't allow me to rest in that, like I can't fall off to sleep because I can't breathe. So, and I'm fine. I mean, and I notice too, not even when I'm laying down, sometimes when I'm sitting upright or I'm not trying to rest, I'll have the episodes too. It just depends. It's random. So, I don't know. But I am concerned. And like I said, the babies are growing and they're pushing out more, and they have definitely gotten bigger. Like I was sitting at church today, just sitting in the chair, and I felt like I was like smothered and like I needed to lean back, because leaning forward, the babies was like pushing in. Like I didn't have enough room. You know how you get in your car and you got to recline the seat back because you need more room this way? That's what I felt like when I sat and just stuck in a regular chair. Like I felt compacted. You know what I mean? And I know it's because the babies have gotten bigger, because I've not felt that discomfort in times past. Like my stomach would be sticking out, but it wouldn't be as uncomfortable as it was today. Even when I sit on the couch to watch TV or sit in the chair, I can tell that I need to stretch my body out because I'm squishing the babies. That's what it feels like. So, I don't know, guys. It's just been an experience. I know everybody goes through different phases in their journey with CP or extending pregnancy. I know everybody calls it something else, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. It can happen. You can give it a different name, but the circumstances behind it is the same. So that moves me to my next point. Okay, so you all know that I have a social, media platform outside of YouTube, and I have Instagram, and I have Facebook with dealing with cryptic pregnancy. And, when you share your journey with people, you allow yourself to be open to other people's thoughts and opinions about your situation. And as I told you all before, I have tough skin. And I really don't worry about the name calling and people saying I'm delusional and I'm crazy and, things like that. Because people going to have their opinions about what they believe and how they feel and things like that. It is what it is. Like I said, my block game is strong. And if I don't want to deal with the foolishness, I just block you and keep it moving. People can say, what you don't have, and they start to try to diagnose you, and you got there's no such thing as an extended gestational period, and you have a phantom pregnancy, and you're not pregnant, there's no baby on the sonogram. We get told all of that stuff. Y'all already know. Y'all know what we go through. So if you're not used to that by now, get used to it, because when you become public with your journey, all of that stuff comes with it, and you got to be ready for it. But one thing that I will suggest is that you don't take it personal, because people have their opinions, and they're entitled to their opinion. But that's just what it is, an opinion. If I choose to embrace your opinion, fine. If I don't, then I don't, and I'll let you know. And so the reason why I'm saying all of this is because I had this, and I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and address her as a young lady. Not young as far as age, but as a woman. Um, she she had made a comment on my Instagram, Cryptic pregnancy page, saying that, all of my information was false. I'm delusional. What I have is not called a cryptic pregnancy, because if you have a cryptic pregnancy, you don't know that you're pregnant. Then she began to, try to, say all of these facts about what WebMD said, and how there's no way that a woman can have a longer gestational period, and, woo, 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 blah, blah, blah. What they always say, and there's no baby on your ultrasound, and I'm crazy and I'm misleading all these women, and I need to be in the psychiatric ward, and all of the things that they normally say. And so, like I said, I usually don't entertain that kind of stuff. I usually block people and just keep it moving. But this time, I did something a little different. I actually have been having conversations with her, right? Now, I ain't going to say I've been nice about it, because that would be a lie. But I am allowing her to troll my page and to make comments and to give her opinion about what she thinks. I'm allowing her to do that. And when I've had enough, I'll just block her. But right now, I'm giving her the space to say how she feels, and we dialogue back and forth. We've been dialoguing back and forth the last couple of days. And now, mind you, let me give you a little bit of history about this person. Okay, so she has 6 kids and she's pregnant with another child. 7 kids, right? Stay-at-home mom. Now, guess what? Her account is private. Of course it is. Most trolls have private accounts, because guess what? They don't want you in their space, and they don't want you looking at their content and their pictures unless they know who you are and invite you onto their page, right? But my page is open if you want to see, and because I'm bringing awareness. So I'm not going to make my page for Cryptic Pregnancy private. I'm inviting you to come look at my page and see what information I have, and see the pictures, and read some of the comments, and because there might be other CP moms out there that need to find somebody to connect with, and that actually has happened. With my page, I have had several women to DM me or inbox me saying, "Hey, I came across your video, came across your page. I think I might be going through the same thing. Can you give me some advice? Can you talk to me?" And I've met several women, and I'm not going to give any names, but I just met a young lady who's only 20 years old. She's only 20 and she's going through it. Only 20 years old. So, this young lady comes on my page and, starts saying, what you have is not a cryptic pregnancy. It's called something else. And, just went into this whole spiel about, and this is what I think is so funny, how people always say, prove to me that you're pregnant. Prove to me. That's why the doctors won't acknowledge it and say that you're pregnant, because you're crazy, because you're not pregnant. I have facts and I know, and this. I said, well, the facts that you're presenting, you got that off of Google, and you got that off of WebMD, and you presenting it to me like you gathered this data, and you sat down with doctors and nurses and scientists, and you have all of these facts based on your own personal study. No, you're reading something that anybody else can read on WebMD or Google and get the same information and present it to me or anybody else and say, you can't be pregnant because WebMD said this, because WebMD said that. Now, how many times, guys, I'm sorry, my mouth is dry. How many times have y'all ever been sick or had an ailment, and you go and you try to Google what your symptoms are, and it comes out, and when you pull it up, they make you think you got the plague? You can have a typical cold or a virus, and they make you think you got Ebola or something. Y'all know how the internet is. And y'all know that you can Google a topic and 4 or 5 different people say something different. It may all be relative, or it might relate, but everybody's content is a little bit different. So she pretty much gathered her information based off of WebMD, all of these other websites that you go to that talks about cryptic pregnancy, phantom pregnancy, and I don't even know what it's called. I guess phantom or whatever. It's so many different names, so many different types of pregnancies. I don't keep up with everything. I don't know. So she starts going in and talking about, you don't know, you're deceiving all of these women and this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. So I was just like, look, it is your opinion. You're entitled to it, to think what you want, to say what you want about what you think I may or may not have. I was like, that is totally up to you, but I didn't invite you to my page, and I didn't ask for your opinion, and I don't need your opinion, because your opinion is irrelevant to me. I don't know you, and so she starts going all in all into these other things about prove it. Where are your facts? How do you know you're pregnant? Prove it. I said, well, since you're trolling my page anyway, you'll see that my sonogram is right on my page. Pictures of my baby is right on my page. My baby bump and all of my pictures of my pregnancy is on my page, is right there. What other facts or medical proof do you need? It's there. And who is going to put all of their medical documents on social media when nobody's going to, and if they do, it's their choice. But for me, my medical documents is not for everybody to see. If I choose to put certain documents up, I will. But if I don't, I don't. So we've been going back and forth about this whole cryptic pregnancy thing, and she even started attacking this other CP mom. And so, I said, well, she got the right one. She got the right one. She can come for me if she wants to, but there's nothing that she's going to say to me that's going to change my mind about my situation and my journey. But this is the piece I wanted to talk about, right? So she kept saying, doctors say this and doctors say that, and scientifically, they're saying this, and scientifically this. And I said, well, listen, the God that I serve defies science. The God that I serve, is smarter than a doctor, is smarter than a scientist. I said, so that's great that you're getting all this scientific information, but my God transcends that. So then she proceeds to say, well, so you're saying that God is blessing you with an extended gestation, when you got people that have been women or females that have been kidnapped for sex trafficking, when you got women who can't have kids and babies that have been abused, and so why would God extend your pregnancy when you got people that have been kidnapped for sex? And I'm just like, she is way off base. I'm like, she is mixing apples, and what does one situation have to do with another? Like, how? So God is not supposed to bless me or do something in my life because of someone else's sufferings? Like, what? So that showed me, and I already knew she wasn't a believer of Jesus Christ. I could just tell by the way she came off that she doesn't know God. Not even because of what I said, but just by her being so adamant about, this whole CB thing. And, because you can give an opinion about how you feel, and you can say, listen, I don't believe that your situation is this, but you can say it in a way where your opinion can at least be respected by me. But if you're going to come at me and tell me what I'm not and tell me I'm delusional, I'm not going to respect anything you have to say, even if you have valid points. Because you don't have to be rude and nasty to people because you don't believe something that someone else believes. And it's just your approach. You can say what you have to say and say you disagree. And even if you feel like I'm giving false information, I don't have a problem with you telling me that. But it's how you deliver what you say. But that's the issue I have with her. And then she starts saying, well, what kind of God would do this and do that? Now, I didn't even get into all of that with her. Because at that point, I'm just like, I'm not spending. And I'm going to give her a time frame before I block her, because eventually I am going to block her. But I'm going to let her get it all out and, you know, say whatever it is she need to say. Or I may let her stick around just to see what the outcome is for my journey. But apparently she has all the answers, and apparently, she, is accurate, because she has factual proof from WebMD about women. There's no way a woman's body can do this. And that's when I said to her, well, you don't know the God I serve. Because I said, there was a woman with an issue of blood for 12 years. I said, God planned it and made it so that Sarah at her old age could become pregnant. So you don't know the work of Jesus Christ. God created these bodies. He can do whatever he wants to do with these bodies. You think God is limited to a doctor? You think God is limited to scientific facts? I'm just like, this woman was she was like on her soapbox. I was just like, okay, whatever. And I was a little condescending too, and I was saying some things that I'm sure they irritated her or whatever like that, but I enjoyed it. Am I wrong, y'all? That's not good, is it? But I did. I mean, I didn't, me, I'm not going to be like cussing people out and getting all indignant and stuff like that. But I let her know what the business was. I roasted her, and she didn't like that term. She's like, evidently you don't know what the word roasted mean, and you didn't roast me. And I said it because I was just being condescending, because I knew she didn't like it, but I pretty much did. And what I mean by that is that she kept trying to get her point across. She kept trying to push her point and her facts, so-called facts, onto me as if I was going to change my mind about my situation and about the way that I felt. And nothing she's saying is going to make me do that. She's wasting her time. And I don't care what she feels, and I don't care what she thinks. But what I do want to do is I would definitely like to have a conversation with her outside of social media, one-on-one, just her and I. And I want to get to know her a little bit. I do. Because when I see how ignorant she is to the things of God, that's a concern for me. Bigger than this platform about cryptic pregnancy. If I can educate her about the Lord, because I see that there's a void there, hey, I'll swallow my pride, put cryptic pregnancy to the side, and I'll talk to her about Jesus Christ. Because for one, she got 7 kids. So she has this philosophy and this train of thinking about God. She's going to instill that onto her kids. So I need to educate her about Jesus Christ more so than CP. I don't care about that. So that's another reason why I want her to stick around, because I want to win her to Christ too. But it's okay. It's going to turn out just fine. But I don't shun everybody. There are some people that I let go on their rants or whatever like that. And I'll end up, doing what I feel I need to do with that situation. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about that little situation that I thought was very interesting. Like I said, we still are dialoguing now, and like I said, I don't care about your opinion. I don't care what you think. I don't care how you feel. At the end of the day, this is my platform. This is my channel. This is my page. And if you don't like what's going on, then you can get off. It's simple and it's easy. So, I hope you're watching this video. You know who you are. I'm not going to call your name out, but I hope that you are watching this video. And I hope that we can continue to have a conversation in a peaceful way. And I hope that there are some things that you would be open to allow me to share with you. You seem to be a little bit aggressive with your belief about I'm sorry, I was on a text message. I'm a little bit aggressive about your belief concerning this whole ordeal. And I'm aggressive about my belief when it comes to the things of God. So let's compromise in our conversation. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to give you all just a little bit of update as to what's been happening with me. Excuse me. You all know that I'm very transparent, and I try to be truthful in things that I do and say, because I'm always wanting to help others and strengthen others and encourage others. So although I'm going through a very, very tough time with my pregnancy, and when I say tough time, guys, I mean I'm to a point where I can't even drive to church, which is killing me. I think that above anything, I'm not even worried about work, but just not being able to be in the house of the Lord and being able to do the things that I normally want to do, that I normally do. It's been really, really tough because some nights I don't sleep because I'm up, and I just feel like, y'all, I can't even explain it. I just feel miserable. My spirit is good, but my body is just in a whole nother place, I mean, I'm okay. God is great. I have no complaints. I won't complain. There are greater tragedies. I always pray for others. I always remember others and their issues and their situation, because there's so much going on in the world. And I'm always asking God to keep me in a position where I pray for other people, and that my heart and my love for people, will, just continue to grow, so that I don't ever become a complainer, and I don't, murmur. And, God has been good to me, and I love him so much. And even though I'm going through this, I want to be a light and an encouragement to other people, because, people, we need one another. We need people to lean on. We need people to talk to. We need people to confide in, because a lot of these women are going through this journey alone, and they're by themselves, and they don't have anybody to talk to, and they cry at night, they cry during the day, because they are lonely and they're hurting and they don't understand, and the doctors are not making it easy for them. Some people don't have family, so it's a lot. I have support. I have people to support me. I have a village. I have people in my corner to help me get around and do what I need to do. And I have a job. So I don't have anything to complain about at all. And I pray that I will never be ungrateful. I pray that prayer, because I'm not coming on here for a sob story or to complain or anything like that. I just like to give y'all real facts about what's happening with me, because this journey hasn't been easy for me either. I ask people questions all the time about this journey, and what does this mean? What does that mean? I'm feeling this. What do you think it is? Or I have people that I've met that I go to for questions. We met based on the fact that they saw my video, but because they're farther along than me, or they've had different experiences than I've had, then guess what? I'm going to pull on that person and say, hey, I've been having this pain, or I've been experiencing this. What do you think that is? I don't have a problem with asking questions. I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor. I don't have all the answers or anything like that. So I need help too. I'm not the epitome of anything when it comes to this type of pregnancy. So I'm not afraid to ask questions. Trust me, I'm not, because I don't have all the answers. I'm just here to be a helping hand, to spread awareness, to support, my sisters, and to, get this out there so we can get the medical treatment that we deserve and that we should have, and not always be told that we're not pregnant and that our babies aren't being seen when our babies are there and we are pregnant. And y'all know we always, we get called out and people say mean and nasty things or whatever, but don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it, because they don't live in your bodies and they don't know what your experiences are. So when people start acting like that, just pray for them. Just pray for them. Just cover them in prayer, because people don't care what they say out their mouth, and they don't have a filter because they're not going through it. So they don't care about other people's feelings and emotions, and how certain words affect people, and how certain words make people feel a certain way. So don't allow other people to make you feel some type of way. Keep your head up, continue to take care of yourself, continue to fight, for yourself and for your babies. And don't try to make people understand. I'm telling you, when you try to make people understand, it's just going to be harder for you. You got to find your peace in this situation with you and Jesus. Now, I know it's always nice to have support and have people in your corner and on your team. I get it. I get it. We all need that. That's why I'm producing these videos. It might be far and few and in between, but I'm not going to stop putting them out. Even if it's once every 2 months. I don't care. I'm going to keep putting these videos out. I'm going to keep allowing you all to follow my journey. And like I said, if something changes in the next couple of weeks and I end up in the hospital or something happens, I'm going to make sure that you all know. If you don't see it, I'll personally tell you the story myself. So I want you all to continue to be encouraged. I love you all so much. If no one has told you that they love you today, I do. And so does Jesus. Keep taking care of yourself. Don't try to prove yourself to anybody. Don't try to make anybody believe you. You know your story. You know what's going on inside of your body. And no matter what anybody tells you, I don't care if they are a doctor or not. If it's going against what you are feeling in your body, then you listen to your body. And I'm not saying that every medical professional is wrong. And I'm not saying that the advice that a doctor may give you is the wrong advice. I'm not suggesting that at all. But when it comes to someone telling you you're not pregnant and you know that you are, that's the point. That's what I'm talking about. Like, don't get a DNC. Don't get an abortion. You know, don't do anything that will harm your baby or yourself. You know, if they don't want to deal with you as a patient and they want to throw you to the side, walk away. Then that's not the medical treatment or the doctor or nurse that's supposed to be seeing you or dealing with you through this journey. You know, God will provide. He will make a way. And in your waiting and in your, I guess, trying to figure this all out, put God first. Not just for this situation, but period. You know, God wants to do something in our lives through this situation, and we can't forget that. We can't ask God for certain things and want what we want and live any kind of way and do what we want to do and don't give our lives over to God. I'm not saying it's a trade-off that, oh, if I become a believer, God going to give me what I want. No. That has to be a personal choice outside of your pregnancy. But in the process, allow this situation to navigate you to God. Whatever it takes. However God want to reach you. If your pregnancy is getting you closer to God, because now you're praying more, you want answers, you want to build a relationship with God, you want to know what's going on, then use this as an opportunity to build a relationship with God. I mean, anyway, and by any means necessary. By any means necessary. So, as you all know, my conversations are not always just about cryptic pregnancy. You all know that, you know, I'm an advocate for Jesus Christ, and, you know, I love him. I serve him. I'm not perfect. I don't say all the right things. I don't do all the right things, and I have feelings and emotions just like the next person. I cry just like you do. I hurt, I bleed just like you do. But that's not going to stop me from sowing seeds and stop me from leading people to Christ and telling people about the Lord, because he is the answer, period. He is the answer, period. When our babies come, he's the answer, period. When we're going through this journey, he's the answer, period. When we're going through life, period, he is the answer. So I would be remiss if I didn't say that before I close out this video. So I hope you all are being strengthened. I hope that you continue to just fight, listen to your body. I pray that everything goes well. Let's keep one another lifted in prayer. Let's pray for one another. Let's pray for one another. Pray that we get the answers. Pray that we can find the medical treatment that we need. Pray that we find doctors that will give us the same medical care and treatment that they would a woman with a normal pregnancy. So let's band together and pray. I'll try to do another video maybe one day next week. But if not, I will see you all soon. Love you, and you guys take care. Bye-bye.